Jai Sri Krishna, and today is the Srimad Bhagavad day. So last time we spoke about the brahmacharya ashram, and I think Swami Tejomananji in Srimad Bhagavad discourses on Swami Tejomananji, he's saying that he's going to discuss the grahast ashram in more details. So he's first going to the vanaprastha ashram, and then he moving on to the sannyas, and then doing the grahast ashram in details. Just to remind you, brahmacharya is the time of the student life, and then comes the brahmacharya, the grahast, which is you get married and you look after your children and you look after your business, the income of your family. And then we have the vanaprastha ashram, which means looking towards the forest. It gives you a time to kind of start preparing for sannyas, which is when you really give up everything and move on. I mean, literally give up. So vanaprastha, it's to get you. It's a practice towards sannyas when you're going to give up everything. So here you are mentally giving up your attachments, your duties, because obviously your children have grown up. Maybe daughters both sons and daughters are working in today's world, or getting married, or having children of their own. So you're already looking towards not being so attached, and then during sannyas you actually leave. Here what Swami Tejomananji is saying, obviously to what it says in the Srimad Bhagavad, is that since the average span life is 120, then at the age of 60 you should start preparing for the vanaprastha ashram. And in the sense, because but then earlier the children, people would get married earlier, but in my mind today, maybe the time to start preparing for the vanaprastha would be about that much. I would say 50, or even 50, because by 75 you should be already on your sannyas leg. So that is what he says here, and let me try reading some of what Swamiji says. People try to retire but end up getting involved elsewhere. So very often they promise to retire and maybe work for a social service, but then again they get so attached to whatever it is that they are doing that they keep postponing that. So now let's go to the sannyas ashram. And what Swamiji says is, compared to all the three ashrams of brahmacharya, grahast and vanaprastha, sannyas ashram is by far the most difficult, naturally. Only when the mind is filled with extreme dispassion should one enter the sannyas ashram. It is said that a sannyasi should not stay in one place for more than one night, and he should not expect anything from anyone. It is said, Eka Eva Karet Bhikshu. A mendicant should wander alone, reveling in the self without depending on anyone. The sannyasi should take refuge in the Lord alone. And I have known of let's say spiritual aspirants who have actually lived in the forest and actually lived by whatever was given to them, even without asking. So, yes, they go through this tremendous tapasya. I have personally known of people who have done that. And it is said that there is no greater refuge or goal in life than God. A sannyasi should always keep his mind absorbed in the Lord and remain at peace. That is all. He should see the entire world as his own self. He should be firmly established in the knowledge that all concepts of dualism that continuously express in myriad ways, including bondage and liberation, are illusions. If you've been following my Ashtavakra and Yog Vashisht, you will understand what he's talking about. One may ask, if everything is an illusion, why does the sannyasi stay alive? For what purpose? It is said here, he's simply waiting for the body to drop. When the time comes and his body drops dead, he is free, liberated. So I will stop here. This is still half, and this is we are reading Canto 7, chapter 13, and we were on page 420, 421, and we are stopping in the middle of 122, which we'll continue doing next time. So until next time, you take care and God bless.